time tonight for Race and Recovery meeting? Any first timers? All right. Glad you are here and decided to join us. If you've got any questions afterwards, please see somebody. There's a lot of awesome people who are willing to help out and give you guys a schedule, share a little bit more about the program. So seek out some help, and I'm glad you joined us. Thank you for attending the Race and Recovery Support Group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meetings welcome parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Race and Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol or drug addiction. Meeting start time is 7. Please be on time. Please turn off cell phones or ringers to vibrate. Please only one person speaking at a time. Please speak loudly so that everyone can hear. Proof of attendance is provided. Please put your slips in the green box out on the table in the middle between the bathrooms. Feel free to openly share your comments and points of view on how alcohol or drug addiction has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity, so please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for all those who are present. If you see a visitor, a new member, or a returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. Please refrain from leaving the meeting while it is in progress because it is disruptive to others. Smoking and vaping will end on September 1st. Reminder on that, on our property. And please dispense of all trash in the garbage can and do not litter on our premises. Who's got the guidelines? Sure.
Guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. Lifestyle recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized for recovering individuals, their families, and everyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Guidelines. Number 1, recognize that substance abuse ruins lives. Number 2, want to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse include education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. Number 3, using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources to help us stay focused and motivated. Number 4, finding balance and working towards making it a part of our everyday life. Number 5, building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. Number 6, understand that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. Number 7, lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself. Be patient with your friends and family. Number 8, learn not to help without supporting the addict's behavior, providing assistance to the recovering individual that improve their lives, not further their usage. Number 9, recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyles as challenges to triumph over. Number 10, caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is a source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting lifestyle fitness and health for all those affected by addiction. Thank you, Chairman.
Sir? All right. At this point, we're going to do our introductions. We just want to know your name and why you decided to join us tonight.
My name's Joe. I come here for a lot of reasons. Mostly I come here to remain teachable. This place has been a part of my routine for a while now, and every day, every week I should say, I learn something better.
My name's Brianna. This is my first time here. I'm actually a supporter of Andrew.
Welcome.
I'm Andrew. I love coming to this place because it helps me stay on track, and it helps me to control that inner demon or beast, you want to call it, and it helps me realize the things I was doing were wrong, and it helps me self-loathe and love myself again. And that's really something I was dealing with a lot lately. Now I can say I'm happy 100%.
I'm Kelly. I've been coming here for over a year now to support my son Tyler, and he's doing great. Probably in the best place he's ever been. So I'm just gonna keep coming.
I'm Brittany. I'm here because I love myself today, and I value the voice that I have, and that it actually means something.
My name's Joe. Honestly, I'm here because I wanted to skip today. I really wanted to eat some not good food and get some Redbox movies. So,
Glad you're here, man. AJ here for structure.
Christy, I'm here at James LA. My name is Elena, and I'm here to learn how to fix my broken knees. I'm Samantha, and I'm here to keep learning.
I'm Gina, and I'm here to keep on learning and change my life and continue learning how to live a balanced lifestyle.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tim. Come to Racing for Recovery because I say it many times that in more ways than one, this is my home. This is where my family is. But I'm also here to absorb whatever I can of this lifestyle.
I'm Patrick, and I'm here to remain humble, to continue learning, and to stay focused.
I'm Mike, and I'm here to stay healthy and sober in mind, body, and soul.
I'm Tim. I'm here to give and receive support.
I'm Nick. I'm here to learn patience.
I'm Nick. I'm here to support Nick.
I'm Tony. I'm here to listen and support.
I'm Tony. I'm here for Tim.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Sharmony, and I'm here because I don't know. I no longer use drugs and alcohol to mask my pain. I use what I learned here at Racing for Recovery.
I'm Dennis. I'm here to learn.
My name is Brian. I'm here for positive.
I'm Kevin. I hope and pray that my boy will walk through the door one day. I'm super happy it's Thursday. I apologize for not making it here last week, but I was in the hospital. I had a heart attack last week.
That's no excuse.
Doing good now.
Glad you're back.
I'm Katie, and I come here to help our family. I'm Kim, and I'm here to learn.
I'm Denise, and I am no longer angry mom. I'm healing mom, and I walk out of here every week with a smile in my heart and thanks and gratitude for this place.
I'm Cindy. I was gone for a couple months. Thought I had my shit together. If it wasn't for this place, I wouldn't have the strength to walk back through these doors because I know I deserve better in my life, and I'm gonna get better in my life.
My name's Kelly, and I'm here because I know I don't have my shit together.
My name is Sean. I'm here because these meetings are very important in my recovery, and I try to make sure that my cuckoo don't jump out of the clock.
My name's Deanna, and tonight I guess I'm here to be able to see people that I prayed real hard for come back in the door.
My name is Derek, and this lifestyle is of recovery is a continual challenge.
I'm Jenny. Haven't been here for several months, and I'm very glad to be back.
My name's Candy, and I'm here to learn to love myself again.
My name is Hassan. For the first time here, I'm here to learn about new stuff and how to support my wife.
I'm Emily. I'm here for support and positivity.
My name is Nathan. I'm here to support my girlfriend Emily.
Hi, I'm Larry. I'm here because, as you know, I enjoy Thursday meetings. I get to see everybody. The place is pretty packed usually. I'm just here to take in what this Racing for Recovery has to offer. And since I'm speaking, everybody, this is Jan. We know Jan. She's shy. She's here to support me and to support everybody else who is in this room.
My name is Bob, and I'm here to learn a new way of living.
My name's Jeff Connell, and I'm here because the solution is here.
I'm Junior. I come here because it feels good to be here.
I'm Carl, here to learn and listen.
I'm David. I'm here to continue to learn why I lived such a destructive life.
I'm Tara, and I'm here to continue to grow.
I'm Ben, here to learn.
Melissa, here for support. I'm Sierra, here to better myself.
I'm Brittany, I'm here to change my life.
My name's Tom, I come here to continue to learn. I'm Charles, I come to listen and support this program.
I'm Justin, here for growth.
I'm Jim, I'm here to learn and support my son Jameson.
I'm Jameson. I'm here to continue learning and getting better with the rest of you.
I'm Cody. I'm here to be a part of something big. I'm Jeremy. I'm here to just try to live a better life.
I'm Megan, I'm here for support.
Steve, I come here to continue to improve.
I'm Dave, I'm here to support my son Steve.
I'm Amy, I'm here for support and to learn.
I'm Zach, and I'm here to find positive ways to stay sober.
I'm Craig, and I'm here to learn.
James, I'm here to listen and learn.
Dylan, I'm here to stay sober. My name is Jeremy. At this point, my sobriety humility is kind of my greatest asset, and these meetings help keep that humility intact.
I'm Michael, and I'm here for happiness.
I'm Terry. I'm here to fix my destructive decision making.
Sure.
My name's Tim, and I'm here to better my life.
I'm David. I'm here to listen today. I'm Steve, and I'm here to learn how to live life after sobriety.
I'm Steven's mom, and I'm here to support him, but also grateful that I get to spend time with him.
I'm Chris, and I'm an alcoholic. And this is my first time here. And I just got out of rehabilitation.
Welcome.
Trying to stay
I'm Bill, and I'm here for support.
I'm Matt. I'm here for the positivity and turning sober.
I'm Kathy, and I'm here to support my son Matthew and everybody else here. It's a great program.
I'm Rick. I'm here to support this great program and the great people in it in memory of my son Jake.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm here today because I value my life.
I'm Rachel, and well, something Dan always says, I'm here because Racing for Recovery does it right.
I'm Greg. I'm here because of Nick, and I appreciate the friends that I've made here, and I'm really grateful for the support they give me.
My name is Bill, and I'm here to support my son Joe and everybody in this room. And I'm just glad I come here every Thursday to hang out with some really amazing people.
My name's Julie. I'm here to support my son Joe and everybody else in the room, and very, very grateful for the program.
I'm Randy, and I'm here to listen and learn.
I'm Jeff. I come for hope and inspiration. And when I walked in today, I got a little bit of that, seeing my nice little pretty niece here.
I was having a really tough day today, and this is definitely where I need to be.
I'm Rhea. I too had a frustrating day. I'm here today because I need to grow and maybe work on my attitude and my temper. And I appreciate you guys having patience with me.
I'm Ramaya, and I'm here to support my mom.
I'm Roberta, and I'm here to support my daughter Rhea. And God is a good God, despite what is going on in the world or in our lives. He's a good God.
Mike, I'm here to support Amanda.
I'm Amanda. I'm here because I had a rough week, and I needed some positivity to change it around, and I know this is the place to get it.
I'm Dean. I'm here to get back to what worked for me in the past.
I'm Rachel, I'm here to stay sober and live a happy and healthy life.
I'm Sharon, and I'm here to support Brittany and all of these amazing people.
I'm Brittany. I'm here to learn how to be a responsible adult.
I'm Ryan, I'm Brittany's dad. I'm just here to support her and continue her growth.
My name's John, and I just came here to see Larry and hang out for a meeting, I guess.
I'm Randall. I come to Racing for Recovery because it gives me the opportunity to be versatile in my recovery today.
I'm Josh. I'm here to be consistent. With consistency, I can keep moving forward.
I'm Heather, and I'm here because I made myself a priority today and to support Ashley up front.
I'm Dylan. I'm here to better my life and stay sober.
I'm Allie. I'm here for guidance. I'm Nikki, and I'm interested in learning more about your program.
I'm Brooks. I come here because of all you awesome people. These meetings are filled with so much inspiration and support, and it helps me tremendously on my own journey of recovery.
I'm Ashley, and I'm here for support, give and get it, and I wouldn't be where I'm at today without this program and all of you guys.
I'm Todd, and I am happy to be here tonight and looking forward to a great meeting with a bunch of awesome people that are doing great things in their lives. Who's got the answer?
Hi, my name is Alina. The answer. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain. As I approach the light of hope that lies before me, each step overwhelms me. Every breath sears my throat. I ache. My body rebels against me. My memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same. Criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being, full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust. And so it begins, racing for recovery.
I just want to say how I am extremely proud of you, young lady. Yes, you. Because it's awesome. Change a few days makes, right? Keep up the good work.
Announcements. I had a couple here. Wanted to wish our staff member Ariana a happy birthday tomorrow. And I don't think she is in here, but she's with us in spirit, or she's out in the hall, but I still think we should sing happy birthday to her. So, we started. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, also wanted to wish Mr. Crandall and all of the individuals that raised money for the charity partnership with Ironman for the half Ironman up in Traverse City this weekend. Wish them all a good luck. And all the awesome people that went out there to support them and make that happen, because it's going to be a pretty cool event. So thank you to all of them and good luck to everybody participating. Our Memory Mile 5K, 10K October 26th. We're just under 500 participants at this point, so get out there, sign up, and be a part of an awesome event again this year. And I just want to say thank you to all the volunteers that help take care of the property here, clean up the building. We appreciate everything you're doing. I had a few things as topics tonight, but I did want to open up if anybody had anything in particular that was on their mind that they wanted to discuss or bring up. So, Brittany.
I just want to actually thank Racing for Recovery. 11 years ago today, I gave birth to my oldest daughter, and today I can actually be a mother to her.
Awesome.
I wouldn't have been able to do that without Racing for Recovery. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank everybody in this room, everybody in the office, and Todd for starting this program.
It's awesome. All right. Topics I had 3 words written down and how they all tie together. First word was accountability, honesty, and then action. I want to know, those of you that are successful in what you're doing, which is everybody because you're in here tonight, what you are doing to hold yourselves accountable, how honesty plays into that, and what kind of action you're putting behind it. Miss Kelly.
I have been, let's see, 5 years, 7 months, and 22 days ago, I decided I was done. I was done self-sabotaging. I was done numbing myself from things that I just didn't feel like dealing with, basically. So I put everything down and decided to get clean and sober. And the accountability that I have is, you see my lovely face here every Thursday. And when it's not here, it's watching on there. Honesty, I've always been a bad liar. That was how I was raised. That's how I raised my kids. That's a great trait to have, I feel. But when it's yourself you're lying to, once you make that decision, it's a choice for me. Once I made that choice to quit, the only person I was lying to was myself if I decided to go back out. And there were so many times I could have done whatever and nobody would have known, but I would have known. And that just, I don't know, that to me is what fuels my fire now. And I'm a day counter, obviously. The one thing I love about this program is there's more than one way to get to Cleveland. I don't care how you get there, but like Todd said on Facebook, hop on the train. If you don't have enough money to buy a ticket to the train, you know what? We'll find a way for you to get on that train, because there really aren't any excuses not to ask for help when you're ready. And I don't know, what was it? Action?
Yes.
I have tried so many different things since I got sober. It's unbelievable. And I can honestly say that all of the different things that I have tried have been because of this program. I wouldn't have ever tried yoga if we didn't talk about yoga here, or somebody didn't tell me, oh, yoga's great, you should try it. I certainly was one of those, I'm not running unless something's chasing me kind of people. Well, guess what? That changed too. You know, it's just there really are so many things that this program has to offer. That's why I have never left. Where would I go? Where would I go? There's nothing like it. So I haven't left. So I just keep coming back. You're stuck with me.
It's good. I note of you because I think you put a lot of action in things. I just wanted to point out, because I use you as an example a lot. From the standpoint, I remember you talking about that, never running, and then you got into that, dealt with an injury, and then how you responded and how you found something else through that injury helped you to add more things to your toolbox to be prepared and have that balance to continually have multiple things to go to. So that's an example that I use a lot with people when we seem to be maybe focused on too much of one thing. So you got a lot of action behind it. I hope you never see it. Mr. Soto.
My accountability starts with nights like tonight, when I would love to eat and watch a bunch of movies. But that's not really being good to myself. It is, because I'm not getting high and getting drunk, but that's, I feel at this point in my life, just such a basic thing to not do, you know? Like, I need to do more to be good to myself. And gorging and such good, amazing food is not. So on the days where I don't want to be here is the days I need to be here the most, just because, like, who knows what would happen, you know, if I just sat home and didn't get dressed and ate, and then a phone would call, you know, who knows what would play out with that. But, like, the action part of that, I feel, honestly, is the most of what I'm doing with action is outside of these walls. You know, when life really happens. Because it's easy to stay clean when I'm in here. You know, nobody's got drugs in my face. And we don't glorify drug usage and, you know, our old lifestyles and stuff like that. That's just, it's not really conversations we have here. A lot of the conversations here are positive. They're something like I don't experience anywhere else, you know, and in general. You know, a lot of people I talk with, it's about, you know, our future, where we want to go, what we're doing to better our life today. Like, people talking crap to me about doing yoga, not only doing Soulcore, which Kellen should try. But the biggest action I'm taking right now is two different things. One is there's a couple specific friends I have for a long time, and they got themselves clean. You know, I'm really proud of them for that. But I can't continue to be friends with them, not because of, you know, they're not using or nothing, but they're like living clean, playing dirty or whatever, however you want to say it. And they're content with that, you know. I'm really proud of them for how far they've came, but they don't want to go any farther. I'm not ready to stop growing, you know. I don't want to hold my life back to appease them or, you know, self-sabotage because I don't want to make them feel bad about how far I'm growing. So it comes to a point where, you know, you just got to reassess what you're doing with your life, who's in it, and where you want to go, and take the action to make that happen. And unfortunately, that's something I feel, at least for right now, needs to happen. But also, the biggest action I'm taking is goes along with honesty, is being honest with myself and the people that I truly love and, you know, are there with me every day when I'm asked something, or even if I'm not asked something. I feel like that's the most important time to be honest. It's like, hey, you know, mom, or hey babe, or hey grandma, I'm struggling right now, like something triggered my mind and it's got me real effed up, and this is where I'm at, you know. So I think that's some of the biggest, like, most important action and honesty that I have going on in my life right now.
Brittany?
As far as accountability, I'm showing up. I'm not allowing myself to slack off, even though there's days where I desperately want to. Do I allow myself to take breaks and not to overwhelm myself? Yeah, but I'm still holding myself accountable and not allowing those toxic thoughts to flood my mind. I'm holding the people in my life meet me halfway. If I'm putting in the work, I need you to put in the work. If I want to grow, I need you to grow. Like Joe was saying, there's a point in life where you outgrow people and you do have to move on. And that's action, is that growth and continuing to grow and not allowing the people who don't want to grow to hold you back from your own growth. I'm showing up, I'm being honest with the people in my life, and if you're throwing some BS at me, I'm going to call you on it. I have a voice today, and I'm using it. I'm confident with that voice. I'm no longer allowing people to take advantage of my mind, my body, and my soul, and allowing them to darken any of my corners. Like, the seeds that I'm allowing to be planted, I'm letting grow into something healthy, not something that's going to end up being toxic. I'm taking care of my garden today.
Steve?
Action, man. I sit here and look at the Racing for Recovery symbol, the logo. That guy's not sitting on a couch, bunch of junk food. He's racing. He's racing towards sobriety and what's possible. And I see myself, the person that's running towards it, because the activities we have here, the programs we have here, the meetings, the opportunities that we have here to take action I'm taking advantage of those. I'm getting up every morning at 6:30. Every day, I'm trying to change something to make myself better so that way I could reach the possible. Nothing's impossible, so it's all possible for me. Even the smaller things, like changing, I went and bought almond milk today instead of regular milk, 2%. I came in here drinking regular whole milk, which is 2%. Now it's almond milk. What the hell is going on?
You used to eat about 2 dozen eggs a week.
Now I'm just the egg whites. Sometimes I'm halfway there. But I'm racing towards it. I'm putting action into it, and I see possible. I see possible all over the place.
Get on, man. Brooks.
So I really like these 3 words. In my life, honesty is like a pillar of my recovery. I would lie to cover lies. I mean, there were so many layers to my lies in my life back when I was using, and it just affected me because, like you said, you were a bad liar. I was a pretty good liar, I thought I was, but it hurt me to do that. You know, it hurt me spiritually to lie like that and lie to people I loved, and that's really what kept me going, kept me using, was all the shame I had for everything I've done. But so today, that's changed. I try in all my affairs to live honestly, tell people what I'm doing, tell people, where I'm at. But most importantly is the honesty with myself. I would tell myself such a bunch of bullshit, to go use, like, I'm just gonna take a drive, I'm just gonna go in the hood just to see what's going on down there. But I'm not gonna use, just to get myself down there. Just stupid, ignorant stuff, that I would lie to myself about. And today, that's the biggest, for me, like the biggest help is not being dishonest with myself. I've had thoughts even as early as this week, I could go use, I could go here, I could go there, but I would know, I would do that. I may get away with it once, I may get away with it 5 times, I have no idea, but I would know, and I refuse to do that, to myself and to my loved ones. And that is kind of part of my action. I have kind of plans set up in my recovery where I come to these meetings. I try to go to church on Sunday at Crossroads. I'm not there every Sunday, but I'm there pretty often. Just kind of get in touch with my spiritual side. Try to be grateful. Grateful to God. For helping me along this way and getting me this far. So those are kind of my actions along with, living honestly. And then I'm accountable today for the first time in a long time. When I tell, my son I'm gonna be somewhere, I'm gonna pick him up, I'm there. You know, when I tell his mom, you know, I'm taking him this weekend or this day, I do it. You know, same with my girlfriend. If I say something, I want, you know, some meaning behind it. I can't. For too long, I lived the opposite. You know, I couldn't be counted on for shit. I couldn't be counted on to make it to freaking Christmas. You know, shit like that. It was bad. And so today, I basically try to do the opposite of what I used to do, the complete, you know, 180, because what I was doing was wrong. So.
John. Yeah, when I hear those three words, for me, I look back when I got sober, and honesty would come first, accountable would come second, and then action. Because I had to be accountable to myself, and I had to get honest with myself to know that I had an issue. Because everybody told me I had a problem, you know, but I didn't want to listen. So once I got honest with myself, knowing that I could not do this no more, I had to, my ass was whooped, it was time to tap out, and it was time to get suggestions and get help. That helped me be accountable. Now, getting to accountability, and those three words too, honesty, and I've said this before, I am not fully honest today. I still am working on that, and that's being honest. I lie, just don't lie as much, you know? And I could, you know how many times I've told people, I don't lie no more. I do not lie no more. Asinine. It was asinine. People looked at me like there was something seriously wrong with me. Because I did. Because I don't know. The thing is, with me and my recovery for 30-some years of using, drinking, doing things, I don't know when I lie. Because I have such a habit of lying, I don't know when it is a lie. You may know it's a lie, but if it's not a lie if I believe it. You know, I mean, that was my motto. Getting really honest today with the fact that I have to be able to take criticism. You know, yes, I have a lot of confidence in myself, and I think I'm putting in great action. You know, so I'll compliment myself, pat myself on the back for that. But the action that I'm doing, I'm not talking about it. You know, I'm just doing it. And that's a difference that I see in myself today, because I don't fully know what I'm doing. You know, I have to completely do the opposite of everything. You know, I was telling somebody yesterday, they asked me something about, you know, opinion on picking somebody for a counselor and stuff. And I said, if you got two options, the one that you think you for sure you don't want, take that one. Just do it opposite. Because we get in a habit of, when we want to be around somebody, we think, oh, we're comfortable with them, so we can be honest. And we're not fully honest, but we're honest to some degree with them. So I had to be around people that I don't know and could get in my ass and have sobriety and have a good life and have a house and have cars and got their lives together. And I had to start taking suggestions for them people. And then open up to those people and share my past. And that's getting honest, you know, because, yeah, I mean, it's the accountability part real quick. Once, and I've said this before, once I started making amends and not saying I'm sorry, how can I make it up to you? Once I started making financial amends, once I started doing things like that, which I'm trying to do to the best ability today, that's where I started becoming accountable, for real. Because I didn't know, you know, just because I had a job and just because I had a car and my rent was late for 3 months, my car payment, if it was late, but I had a place to stay and I could still juggle dope and drinking, I was not unmanageable. Hell no. How am I unmanageable if I have a place to stay? And I have a car, and I have this and that. So that's getting honest. I had to realize that I did not know how to handle those things. And I'm learning that today. These rooms help me, coming in these rooms and hearing people's experiences. And then, you know, that's what's helping me stay sober today. You know, so thanks.
Yeah, I like what everyone has to say. Like, I can relate with pretty much what everyone's saying, you know? And it's really like, it takes me back to like when I first started coming here. And I was, just like how everyone's saying, like I wasn't accountable. Always late to work, family events, everything. And it was, I had to stick around long enough to like have other people give me the opportunity to be accountable. And that's from my peers that are around here, the staff that works here. They were trying to get me to be accountable every single day I was coming here, going to IOP, you know, the first couple months. And, you know, I'd always be the one that's like, I could talk such a good game, and, oh, I'll be there, yeah, I'll be there on time, I'll be there, and never follow through. And, you know, I just remember this one time I was saying, like, when I first started coming here, like, oh, I'll be back in the gym, you know, like, I was doing that, and they're like, okay, yeah, I bet, you know. And then it took that one time, it's like, you know what, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna have, like, my word, that's what means the most to me today, you know, and that's what accountability really is. And it took that one time just be like, all right, you don't believe me? Well, I'm gonna be there tomorrow, and I'm gonna walk in the door, you're gonna, you know, that's it. And so I did, and just from that one time, the peers, the staff here constantly held me to being accountable, you know. Oh, you're gonna be back there today, right? Yep, I'm gonna be back there. You're gonna be back there today, right? Oh, I wanna go, you gotta come out, we're going to the gym. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to the gym.
Possibly talking about AJ?
AJ, you know, Jake was definitely one. And it, like, I had to be honest with myself. That's what really, I had to, man, I don't want to do it today. In my head, I'm thinking, I don't want to do it today. I don't want to do it today. But if I was really honest with myself, I know I had to be back there because I know what it gave me. It made me feel good. It made me the rest of my day better, and made me feel accomplished. So that action plays right into it. I was there. I had that routine, and you know, I just remember, like, in IOP, there's always saying, like, this also really hit me, like, don't be the person that says, I wish I could have, or, you know, you're laying on your deathbed and you're like, man, I wish I could have done that. I wish I could have been doing this. And I felt like that's like being accountable. You have to be accountable and not say that to just have everything in life. So that's all I got.
Cindy?
So everything you guys have said is so been going through my mind, but to me, accountability, I mean, the last couple of days, like I've always said for months and months and years, there's never a day that don't go by that you don't learn something from somebody, maybe 10 times over. But me, myself, need to be accountable, because about 4 months ago, I started creating this fantasy in my head of wanting to go home. I was doing so good in here. I'm strong. People love me. I love you guys. I thought I could carry that into this fantasy I was creating to go home to my husband and my son. Well, I knew in my heart I wasn't being honest. Out here, this actor that I'm pretending I am, and I kept denying what I was really feeling in my heart. I was home for like 3 weeks, and I just wanted to just go right back. And I thought, no, I've got this shit made up in my head that this is what's gonna freaking happen. These guys are gonna listen to what I want, but I never told them. I just expected that it was gonna change because I changed. Well, it didn't. I have to be honest that today, and I know you just said I wish I would have, is something we shouldn't say. I wish I had more courage. I wish I would have used the courage I really knew I was. The vulnerabilities, the accountability and the honesty that I learned in these rooms. Instead of, I learned something today in IOP and it said, I was taking criticism from people who weren't even brave themselves. And I was believing it. And then, so the more I'm in this whirlpool of being back in my home, I just kept thinking, this is it. This is where I'm gonna stay, and now I gotta fix them. Well, you know, you can't do that. You can't fix somebody who doesn't want to be fixed. You can't be, I try to be honest with somebody who doesn't want to hear honesty. Constructive criticism, I think, is just the best thing. I mean, I taught that to all my employees. The one thing I just expect from you is, you know, you criticize me, I will take it, and I expect the same thing from you. It's not that, you know, I was trying to criticize my husband or my son. I was trying to give them guidance and, you know, what I've learned here. Well, it didn't work. And so my action was, one happened in the last few days, which was the worst, hardest action I've had to do is to become vulnerable and drive my ass into that parking lot and walk back through these doors. And there's so much gratitude I have. There's for every person in this room, everybody who works here, everybody you meet in a place that even just smiles at you at the grocery store and talks to you in the grocery aisle. You know, everything has hit me so much in these last few days, and you know what? I feel so damn good. And I apologize if I hurt anybody, and you know, not even giving you all a call or reaching out, because everybody that's new to this program, please don't ever think that nobody wants to hear from you or think your shit's a bunch of bullshit and they don't want to deal with it, because they really, really will want to listen to you. And that's my action right now, is to pay that forward and to keep being vulnerable and courageous and to be honest, say what the hell I need to say, no matter what. You know, it frees us, and that's how I want to live the rest of my life.
Dawn, I like how you said, did the order, because you're 100% right. It starts with that honesty, and the accountability, and the action. And you're in Cindy, I know some things with some different people that are here, and we've all done it at one point or another in our life, whether it's to our families, in and out of treatment or support group meetings or whatever it is. But honesty is admitting that problem. I see nothing but a ton of strength in driving up, walking back in the doors. That is 100% strength, and I cannot imagine how difficult that is, but that's what we see in somebody that does that. So if you're having thoughts that negative self-talk, flush it right out, because what we see and everybody in this room is strength in people that make it
My
happen.
positive thoughts turned into negative thoughts, being in that volatile. You know, you have to remove some people, places, and things out of your life, and it's going to hurt like hell for these next few months, but you know, If I want to have this happy rainbow unicorn life, that's what I have to do. And they can suck it up and deal with it. I'm not doing it no more.
You heard a lot of this talk too, reminds me, there's my old boss that introduced me to old school motivational speaker. It's pretty awesome. His name is Willie Jolly, and one of the phrases that he used was, you're gonna do what's comfortable or you're gonna do what's necessary. And that is something that I try to apply a lot, because there's a lot of very difficult things that we face in life, and there's usually a comfortable, easy way out, not have to deal with it, handle it, approach it. But if we do what is necessary, that's going to lead to more growth in enhancing us as a strong, empowered, confident individual that's continually moving forward. So it's a phrase that I had heard from him, it stuck with me, and I like it a lot, and I hear that, see that a lot in everybody in this room. Andrew.
I like this topic today. I went through all three of these today. And I thought that's why I felt like speaking. I'll speak about honesty first. I went on a job interview today, and usually I don't have a problem talking about my past. And it's a job that could potentially change my life for the better. And they asked me if I had any felonies. And I said, yeah. He goes, you care to elaborate? And I got kind of nervous, and usually I don't get nervous, but just thinking in my head, let's be honest. So I did. And told him, I had 3 F1s on my record, and the guy just looked at me and said, okay, can you continue? And I kind of stopped and I said, no, sorry, I will. And I told him this, and he kind of looked at me kind of crazy. I got kidnapping, aggravated robbery, and aggravated burglary. And he said, okay, that's fine. He asked me to elaborate, so I did. Told him what the background of the story was, and he goes, okay, he goes, we'll get back to you. And he goes, don't think I'm not going to. He goes, I will get a hold of you. And I was like, man, he goes, thank you for being honest. And I was like, man, all right, cool. Usually, like I said, I don't get nervous about it. And then today about being accountable. I've always thought I was being accountable to myself, to my word. And I have my Aunt Kelly here, my girlfriend. We haven't been dating that long, but they're always riding me about, are you going to a meeting? Hey, are you going to your meeting? Hey, are you going to your meeting? Yeah, geez, I'm going. And then my action is to be honest to myself so I can hold myself accountable. And it's something that I've worked on for years and years to do. And to this day, I still work on that. And I work on that by being accountable by my word, like Randall was saying. That's a hard thing to do because I got pride issues. I think a lot of us have pride issues, and we all like to do what we say we're going to do, but sometimes we don't. But we have family members, girlfriends, boyfriends that hold us accountable for that. And I think that goes a long way, just for me in particular. But that's all I got.
I'm sorry, Steven's mom.
Oh, that's okay. Couple things I want to say. First, the lady sitting over in the Orange Against the Wall, she read that tonight with such passion. She really did. It was a very nice read that you did. So I just wanted to say that. And Cindy, I have really, really missed you, and I am so glad to see that you're back. I'm thrilled to see you're back. When I saw your face in there, it was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. But when it comes to being honest, from a parent's point, I've seen tremendous growth in him, tremendous growth, to where I'm now starting to believe that he's honest with me. When someone has an addiction or they're struggling, there is no honesty in it because everything they say is to cover up something they don't want you to know or they don't want you to see. So to see the remarkable improvements that he's made, that trust is coming up, and I'm starting to believe in things that he says. And I think people will do that for you as well as time goes and you prove yourself, as you are accountable for the things that you say and you do. He's gone from asking me for money to not asking me for money, and I'll say, you sure you don't need it? Nope, I can take care of myself. That is such a tremendous, tremendous progress and growth that I've seen, and I'm just thrilled with it. And I'm thrilled with this program. And we were talking about that on the way back from Walmart. And I said, if it weren't for you coming here, he wouldn't have accomplished the things that he's accomplished. He's set goals for himself. He's reached those goals. He sets more goals for himself. And I'm seeing him meet those goals each time. So I'm really, really grateful for all the things that he's learning here. I'm grateful that our relationship has just improved tremendously. I love being around him. We've gotten into this thing on Sunday mornings where we go to McDonald's, pick up breakfast, and we go out to Swamp Creek Park, and we sit at the picnic table, we eat our breakfast, then go for a walk. We never did that. We never did much of anything together because it was always this. I love being around him. I love spending time with him. I love it when he calls me because there were times I would call him and he would just ignore it. He would ignore it. And he still does to some degree, but he calls and he never did that before. And there were some times about 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago, it was around Mother's Day, and I hadn't heard from him in weeks and weeks and weeks, and I would text him, and I was scared to death. I honestly was scared that he had died. I was honestly scared. And he stayed away from me because he was using, and he didn't want to face me with that. So to see the man that he is right now, I am so in love with the kid that I have now. I'm so in love with my son, the way he is right now. I'm so proud of him, and he tries really hard. He's trying really hard. So thank you for coming back, Cindy. I'm glad to see you back here, and I'm going to shut my file now.
It's got to feel pretty good to hear that, too.
Yeah.
Terry.
Yeah, I spent some time building up what I thought was a security net, but really what it was just an ego. Came to the conclusion I thought I was something I wasn't, and I continuously keep making the same mistakes. The moral of the entire story on what I'm trying to ask is I'm asking everybody in this room to hold me accountable. I've been making some mistakes lately. I thought I had more faith in myself than what I do, and I don't feel like I can do this by myself. So if anybody hears me trying to lie or fabricate anything, please call me out on it, because I need everybody in this room's help.
Ray and then Charles.
Okay, so I mentioned that earlier in the day I had a not so good day. Some things that came up. And my name ended up being cleared, but originally when it was brought to my attention, I was immediately defensive and I was on guard. Where's AJ? There you go. I did think it was a conspiracy. It's an insider from group, but I like had an attitude, and it was like this cloud over me the majority of the day, and I vented a little bit about it in group, and people commented and spoke their truths about it, and I was just like, I don't care, nope, and I was okay, and it was all for nothing. So accountability for me is pretty much checking myself. So I apologize I didn't personally have an attitude with anyone, but I apologize for the attitude that I had. I'm okay. Everything turned out good in court. I got a certificate today for 9 months on sobriety. But just holding myself accountable, checking myself, because that wasn't necessary. This morning when I came over here for group, a couple people, told me like, hey, it was just all over your face, where they're like, are you okay? And I don't like feeling like that. So, hold me accountable. And I thank everyone who spoke on it and spoke their truth. And I hold myself accountable because I had to check myself because my attitude and the way, it wasn't the problem, it's the way I handled it. And so that's how, you know, I have to keep myself in check sometimes.
Doing good, girl. When you first said you had a bad day, I immediately thought it was because of my driving. I want to touch on one thing before Charles goes. We read it every day. We talk about it in groups. We talk about every single sport meeting. Obviously, there's a lot of things in this room that get shared, and sometimes people are pouring their hearts out on some very difficult things. We had 10 different people get up. That's 20 interruptions out and in. So when we read that, please try to abide by it. I mean, we all know we're here for an hour. Get the restroom, get your drink, whatever it may be, prior to the meeting starting, out of respect for everybody in the room. Okay? We'd hate for somebody to be in here. I know me, when I first came in, I was scared to death to talk. And if I was speaking and somebody got up and left, I'd immediately internalize that to what I was saying was worthless, it sounded stupid, didn't make sense. So please be cautious of that. Try to take care of things before we come into the meeting. Sorry to get a little negative on you. Mr. Charles.
I like a whole bunch of what I've heard said here today. You know, honesty, accountability, and action. To me, they come from an inward desire for change and willingness. You know, we all go through life with hopes and desires, but then again, we're hesitant to make a move on them. And still, I'll go back to this. A lot of times when we're in this type of arena, we're not allowed that. You know, we're not in a position to go ahead and let pride and ego and all those things that keep us within us surface. You know, I'm about 300 miles from here now. I had to be in Michigan yesterday, and I said, I'm this close to racing. I'm going to go ahead and crash my car. I'm going to stick it out before I go back to Kentucky, because this place is very important to me, the work that's done here. You know, if you got somebody that's in here supporting you, their family member and all, you're tremendously blessed. But if you don't, then at some point you've got to let people outside of this room know what's going on with you, because you'll leave this environment and go back into a hell's nest you can't even imagine, because they don't really see you as we see you in here. They don't get to know you as you get to know yourselves in here. So there comes a point when you've got to go ahead and do that extension, you know, let people know where you are today, because all too often I've seen it, a person will come into rehab, the father will take them out, the whole family, and order wine for everybody. Well, hell, let's just shout all your work, you know? And because you don't want them to know you can't help wine, well, you drink it, then here you are back at square one. It does not have to be that way. And if you're here for the first time, you kind of remember what this program is about. Don't just come in tonight and then don't come back again. No one got messed up overnight. No one became in a position overnight. So it's a process. I'm going to be quiet on this part. If perchance you're court ordered, man, that's a blessing. These days they didn't just shove you away and say the hell with you. They need places such as this, people such as these to go ahead and extend from the heart, you know, from the heart. It's heartfelt. So don't give up on yourself. Learn to be honest with yourself. Honesty with yourself allows you to be accountable and put that accountability into action. And if you leave here, this program, make a forward to somebody in here, because you're sure talking about neither when you leave here, because out there you got your drug dealers, your family that's still drinking and smoking, addicts and play fools, and they want you back on board with them. People are uncomfortable with the lifestyle we live in here. This is not the norm of today, but this is the norm of the day for real. God gave it to us to share, to move forward with. Like I said, I'm going to drive 200 miles sometime tonight back down to Kentucky, but if ever I'm in 50, 100 miles out here on a Thursday, so be it. This is my seat.
Next speaker, sir. Patrick?
Autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson. I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I fall in. I'm lost, I'm hopeless, it isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I see it is there, I still fall in, it's a habit. My eyes are open, I know where I am, it is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I walk around it. I walk down another street.
Thanks for coming, everyone.